the go. And as Bill mentioned, he hit on a lot of topics. Let's listen.
We're heading off to Europe, the 100th anniversary of the ending of World War I. The leadership of many countries will be there, especially since they heard the United States will be there. Well, Matt Whitaker, I don't know Matt Whitaker. Matt Whitaker worked for Jeff Sessions. He was very, very highly thought of and still is highly thought of. But this only comes up because anybody that works for me, they do a number on them. It's a shame that no matter who I put in, they go after him. It's very, very sad, I have to say. Who?
Kellyanne's husband wrote that.
You mean Mr. Kellyanne Conway? He's just trying to get publicity for himself. Why don't you do this? Why don't you ask Kellyanne that question? All right. She might know him better than me. I really don't know the guy. The fact that you go on Fox or CNN or MSNBC or anybody, you make a comment, you'd have nobody left to choose. You would have absolutely nobody left. I see different people at different times going on shows. Am I supposed to say, oh, now he's never qualified to serve in government? I think everybody looking at a permanent position in any department has done many shows. Does that mean we can't hire anybody? We have to hire somebody that's in a shell? I don't think so. Say it again. You have to speak up. If you look at Broward County, they have had a horrible history. And if you look at the person, in this case a woman, involved, she has had a horrible history. And all of a sudden, they're finding votes out of nowhere. You look at the dishonesty. Look. There's bad things that have gone on in Broward County. Really bad things. What? Right now, I'm thinking about the world. I'm not thinking about sit-downs or not sit-downs. I didn't speak to Russians. The fact is, I was a much better candidate than Hillary Clinton. I worked much harder. I went to the right places. She went to the wrong places because she didn't know what the hell she was doing. I did a great job. I was a great candidate. She was a bad candidate. I went to Wisconsin. I went more to Michigan. I went to Pennsylvania. She didn't do a good job. This has nothing to do with Russians. Oh, Michelle Obama said that. I haven't seen it. I guess she wrote a book. She got paid a lot of money to write a book. And they always insist that you come up with controversial. Well, I'll give you a little controversy back. I'll never forgive him for what he did to our United States military. What he did to our military made this country very unsafe for you and you and you. I like Chris Christie, but I have not talked to him about it. He was in the White House yesterday, but I did not see it. I think Jim Acosta is a very unprofessional man. I think he does this with everybody. He gets paid to do that. He gets paid to burst in. Whether it was me or Ronald Reagan or anybody else, he would have done the same thing. Look, I don't think he's a smart person, but he's got a loud voice. And here, wait, David, do you mind if I answer the question? And as far as I'm concerned, I haven't made that decision. When you're in the White House, this is a very sacred place to me. This is a very special place. You have to treat the White House with respect. You have to treat the presidency with respect. If you've ever seen him dealing with Sarah Huckabee Sanders, it's a disgrace. The same thing with April Ryan. I watch her get up. I mean, you talk about somebody that's a loser. You've got to treat the White House and the office of the presidency with respect. I see her nodding very positively, so I'll ask her, you have to speak up, Doug. You have a helicopter raging back. For all the people that don't know why, my hearing is great, but you have a helicopter that's raging back there. In fact, do you remember Ronald Reagan? It always, what? I can't hear you. I always thought he was hard of hearing. He wasn't. That's the problem. Having a good relationship with Russia and China and every other country is a good thing, not a bad thing. Now, DACA, that was actually good news yesterday because you never win in the Ninth Circuit if you're on this half of the equation. When I say half, it could be half or more. But you never win, you rarely win in the Ninth Circuit. By rejecting DACA in the Ninth Circuit yesterday, finally, we've been waiting for that. We get to the Supreme Court. We'll be making a decision. I have so many people who want it. We are looking at Heather. We're looking at numerous people. We have plenty of time. Nikki is staying until the end of the year. We're working with Nikki also. We have some very good people that want that job. I'll make the decision over the next few weeks, but by the end of the year. But Whitaker has, wait a minute, because he was a really distinguished U.S. attorney in Iowa, and he was approved by everybody, because to be U.S. attorney, that's top of the line. Don't tell me about Whitaker, because Mueller was not Senate confirmed. And Whitaker was, actually. But you notice the votes never go the other way? They hire lawyers, and the votes don't ever seem to go the Republican way. Although I hear, well, I don't know, you tell me, it's always the Democrats. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in this country, and we're finding out, and I'm getting to the bottom of it. How many people have been fired from the FBI? You got Comey, you got McCabe, you got Strzok, you have Lisa Page, you have Baker, you have a whole list of people. There's a lot of crooked stuff going on. But it is interesting. It always seems to go the way of the Democrats. Now in Arizona, all of a sudden, out of the wilderness, they find a lot of votes. The other candidate is just winning by a hair. What's going on in Florida is a disgrace. The taped video of Costa. What are you talking about? All that was, nobody manipulated it. Give me a break. See, that's just dishonest reporting. All that is a close-up. See, that is just dishonest reporting. They gave a close-up view. That's not doctoring.
Are you thinking about more Supreme Court justices to discuss with Ginsburg in the hospital?
No, I wish her well. She said something.
Are you prepared to fly that flag at half-mast a lot more?
Well, I don't like abusing any privilege, but when I see something that we should do, I always do that, yeah. When it's a worthy situation, I do believe it.
Do you want him to rein in Robert Mueller?
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions. And whatever's going on in Broward County, remember the word, Broward County. Take a look at the past. And all of a sudden they're finding votes. You mean after the election, they're finding votes? And then you look at her past where she's already been convicted, and now they're finding votes? And you have this guy, Elias, who represented Hillary Clinton and a lot of very shady things. I think what you ought to do is get smart. Good luck, folks. I'll see you in Europe.
Wow, that was something else.